1989 NBA playoffs, Game 5 of Round 1. For all the marbles, who advances to New York? Cleveland versus Chicago, Michael Jordan versus Craig Ehlo. Let's get into it. A little bit. You see this little graphic here. And I mean, this is, you gotta think, like, this is just a typical bracket. You have NBA playoffs. I'd imagine there was some parity. 6th seed Chicago Bulls, if you're a fan of them. It's tied 2-2. You got a chance to go play New York. I mean, this is dope. This is dope. Pistons obviously a powerhouse. This is cool, man. This is cool. Old school. Obviously, it's 1989.
Bucks won on the road and will now face the defending conference champion, the Detroit Pistons, as the action heats up in the NBA playoffs. And hello again, everyone. I'm Dick Stockton along with UB Brown.
ESPN Classic is a great idea, by the way, just as a concept of a business. It's something they should definitely keep doing. I want to be 45 in like 15 to 20 years, mid-40s, and be watching like an ESPN Classic game, from, like RG3 or some shit, you know what I mean? Like a game from 2011.
Exciting game, and UB Brown, let me ask you what it means to you to go into a decisive game in which one team goes home and the other goes.
Or Derrick Rose against LeBron in the playoffs, something like that. Like just something random but cool.
Well, a lot of pressure on the people because the coaches are emphasizing no easy basketball.
Carmelo hitting some game, to go to overtime on Christmas Day against the Bulls, and then these are all games that I watched, but this is a great concept. And honestly, it's good for me as somebody who was born in '97 to see games from before my time.
Today. That means down the lane, you got to shot block everything and also force them to get on a foul line and make their foul shots. Quickly, one key for each team. Well, I think with Cleveland, they must get Harper out in the open floor so that Jordan will chase him and get a little fatigue. With Chicago, Hodges and Pippen, three-point range, so that the other people can work in the painted area. Our third member of our team is James Brown.
The painted area. They still say that. I think Mark Jackson says that sometimes, but it's just much rarer to be referred. It's not like a normal thing, but damn, man. I mean, look, the strategy here. Jordan obviously is being talked about already as one of their best players.
JB, let's go to you now.
All right, Dick, as far as injuries are concerned with both teams, not a factor at all. Chicago's trainer said the team is completely healthy. As far as Cleveland is concerned, Craig Ehlo and ankle and Mark Price with the groin injuries, both said they can play with the team at this point, and they are as healthy as they've ever been in the playoffs. Let's go back over to Dick.
All right, JB, thank you very much. And here are the lineups. Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright, Michael Jordan.
Interesting they did this with the forwards first back then.
And Craig Hodges for the Chicago Bulls. Larry Nance. John Williams starts his second game at forward. Brad Daugherty is the center. And Mark Price and Ron Harper in the backcourt.
I mean, the quality is dog shit, I got to say. But hey, look, I mean, you're able to watch the game. Back then, this is a big deal. You're able to watch the game live from home, right?
We're underway. Cleveland has it. The officials working today. Three highly experienced officials. Jack Madden, Jake O'Donnell, and Hugh Evans.
I look to go to Daugherty. They must get him going early in the ballgame.
Doubling the post, I like that, okay.
Not only is he
I mean, buddy, you got to be able to make that pass.
premier scorer, but he's also their best passer.
John Williams.
See, this is I don't want to do this the whole video, but you can see right away, right, the difference in skill in this era. There's a massive, massive difference. I mean, in this era, a big is able to make this pass. They'll pivot through, they'll get around, they will make a pass one way or another to the top of the key, and it's wet. Like this right here is a bucket. I'm sorry, bro. Any modern NBA player is making this shot, hands down. The footwork is better.
Also their best passer.
John Williams.
It's just the releases are quicker, all around better.
This is the first shot of the game, and Price keeps it alive. Continuing the trend of Game 4, Cleveland getting just about all the loose balls. Ron Harper.
Nice, though. Nice. Little split the screen. That was tough. That was a tough little play.
We should be looking for Michael Jordan to be catching the basketball with many opportunities at the top of the circle.
Scottie Pippen going to the hoop and
Dude, the atmosphere is fire. You see how the value of each possession is greater? Like, listen to the crowd on just a foul at the beginning of the game. Just a foul. That's all it is. Just a foul going to the basket.
He's at the top of the circle. Scottie Pippen going to the hoop and foul.
You get a crowd pop for that. Like, think about it, though. Think about it. Like, guys. Because strategically, in this era, when you're playing to 80 points probably, that's a huge deal.
This is the way the series has gone. Only
That's a much bigger deal. 1 or 2 points. You're going to the line, you're going to get a couple points. And now you're going to jockey back and forth throughout this game.
3 points separate the two clubs. Chicago has outscored Cleveland by 3 and a dramatic game.
I mean, this is electric. You cannot beat this. Playoff basketball values, the possessions are valued. I mean, good Lord, man. That is peak. That's peak. Basketball has lost its aura, right? Yeah, they're better. Yeah, they're more skilled. But the aura is gone because it's not like this anymore. Now it's just, I'm running up and down. I can score better than you. I can score better than you. Back then it was, you're not going to score on me, and I'm going to score on you.
For overtime affair when Michael Jordan.
Earn it. Every bucket was earned. There was value to that.
Sensational 50-point effort, missed a free throw. That would have given Chicago a 3-point lead, and Doherty made 2 key free throws down the stretch with 4 seconds to go in regulation.
Scott Pippen, 6'7", 210. It's a hell of an athlete if you think about it.
And Cleveland won in overtime. Doug Collins telling his man Pippen to settle down. Scottie Pippen has been the second leading scorer for the Bulls. His best game was the opener. He missed them both.
I mean, look, back then, though, that's a guy that's 6'7". You don't expect him to make free throws like that. Isn't that crazy? Nowadays, it's like you miss 2 free throws, you're a bum. And that's one of the top 50 players of all time, most likely, if you think about it relative to their era, which is what we do. Otherwise, Michael Jordan wouldn't even really be in the top 10, right? I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to be disrespectful whatsoever. Michael Jordan, obviously great, but you have to think about it relative to their era. Otherwise, it's just not fair. The game progresses.
Long pass to Nance, who got hot the last 2 games against the Chicago Bulls, and illegal defense called against the Bulls. Well, they caught the Bulls that time in something.
I'm going to walk that back. I don't know if MJ wouldn't be top 10 still, but I don't think he has an argument for the GOAT if we just look at film and straight up look at him as a player versus the players now.
Looked like a matchup zone press that time. 3 guys were caught away from the ball.
I mean, look, guys, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Kyrie make Michael Jordan look like he's a high school basketball player skill-wise. You just have to think, like, the evolution of the game it's been massive.
So Hodges is guarding.
Luka, Jokic, these European guys who can shoot the fucking lights out of the ball. Dude, they make him look like he can't shoot. You know what I mean? Relative to the era, he's obviously probably greater than everybody else to the degree that he belongs in the GOAT conversation when we're talking about relative to the era.
Hodges has to watch out for foul trouble. The Bulls need his 3-point shooting, and he has gotten into foul trouble more often than not in this series. Harper has hit his first 2 shots.
That's tough. I want to rewatch this possession. I just want to draw attention to something else with this possession.
Looked like a matchup zone press that time. 3 guys were caught away from the ball.
I mean, look at this. This is an era where the point guard is the quarterback. He's handing the ball off to the running back sometimes, dumps it off to the big. That's the analogy. Sometimes he's looking for off ball, making a play. I mean, there's no era in which there's no scoring point guards are not really like a huge thing yet. Nowadays, you got to be able to score as a point guard. It's different. Look at this guy setting up the offense, standing still, waiting for the play to develop. Just has to protect the ball for a second. Let things develop. And find a guy. And that's super tough. That's a great move.
Has hit his first 2 shots. So Michael Jordan is the point guard. He's going to try to set up other people. But basically for the Bulls, it's been a one-man gang offensively. They're playing 2-man now. Jordan and Cartwright. Cartwright
nice.
scores. And one thing Doug Collins
nice. We're going to skip.
To anticipate a cutoff in the backcourt.
Down 3? Okay.
Get that one all out. Because when Harper and Price are on the break, you are really vulnerable. They have Sanders guarding Sellers and giving up a lot of inches. Sellers, though, is an outside shooter, not an inside player.
Nice.
Cartwright is fouled. Going to the hoop to anticipate.
Round of applause for drawing a foul.
A cutoff in the backcourt. You have got to get that one all out because when Harper and Price are on the break, you are really vulnerable. They have Sanders guarding Sellers and giving up a lot of inches. Sellers, though, is an outside shooter, not an inside player, and Cartwright is fouled.
It's good stuff.
Going to the hoop, and he'll go to the line. Bill Cartwright is.
I mean, look at this. Wing entry, right? It's a good possession.
You cannot try to anticipate a cutoff in the backcourt. You have got to get that one all out because when Harper and Price are on the break, you are really vulnerable. They have Sanders guarding.
Running your offense.
Giving up a lot of inches. Sellers, though, is an outside shooter, not an inside player.
Nice seal. Fronting him. I don't know why. You're pretty big yourself.
And Cartwright is fouled. Going to the hoop, and he'll go to the line.
I mean, he was fronted. He was 3/4 fronting him, right? This is like. Let me see here.
When Harper and Price are on the break, you are really vulnerable. They have Sanders guarding Sellers and giving.
I mean, yeah. So he was helping, and he got caught on top.
Sellers.
3/4 seal. Or excuse me, quarter front.
Is an outside
And you get a nice wing entry. Yeah. I mean, look.
going to the hoop, and he'll go
That's
to
the chess game.
Bill Cartwright, who scored 6 points in the first quarter.
That's the chess game. That's how positioning
Is flawless.
can help you.
Fall weight
Positioning is such a huge deal.
can't be stopped. The question is, if it keeps going in,
I mean, that's tough, dude.
and somebody's got to defend him, and that opens up everything for him.
One of the things I think Jordan will be especially proficient at is getting to the free throw line. You know that he is going to get the respect of the officials, and he's going to get calls when there's contact. And he has such good body control and such good body balance that he's going to be able to draw fouls. And
We're gonna watch a little bit more of the fluff per se. We're gonna watch some of this, the rest of this game, and then I want to watch the end.
I'd rather have a guy try to do too much if his name is Jordan, the way he plays. 1:40 remaining in the third. Harper with a pick and roll, throws the ball away. Nance is claiming he was pushed by Corzine, gets no satisfaction from Jack Madden. Well, he was held that time, and you could see it. He was grabbed right around the waist, so there was no way that he could move on that back door. That's the 7th Cleveland turnover this period. That's a lot for a well-drilled team defensively, offensively like the Cavs. Jordan, Corzine fighting for the offensive boards, and good hustle by.
It's a nice little pull up by Jordan. Didn't get it to fall, but that's his game, right?
40 remaining in the third. Harper with a pick and roll, throws the ball away. Nance is claiming he was pushed by Corzine, gets no satisfaction from Jack Madden. Well, he was held that time, and you could see it. He was grabbed right around the waist, so there was no way that he could move on that back door. That's the 7th Cleveland turnover this period. That's a lot for a well-drilled team defensively, offensively like the Cavs. Jordan, Corzine.
Good elevation on that pull up.
For the offensive boards, and good hustle by Corzine. You'll see, look, the jockeying going on right now between Sellers and Nance. You see, now they're both complaining,
Yeah, that's definitely a foul.
but you could see Sellers' right hand. But Nance had him first.
That's an elite trick, as they say. That's how you win games, bro. You do a little shit like that. If you know the ref can't catch you, then you got to do it, right? You got to put that in your bag. But that little hip grab, man, as I was saying, that little hip grab on a screen when you're coming around to prevent somebody from rolling if you're hedging high, like those little things are you got to put those in your basketball bag. You have to. I'm telling you. I know a guy who was a small guard, right? Was a state champion in Virginia. And he would do all this. He would engage in all the. I call these his tricks, right? I call him like I'm not gonna say his name. I don't want to dox him on here, but his, I called him the, blank. That's like a blank type of trick. You know what I mean? But those work, man. Because look, being a little guard, it's hard being a little guard. You got to find every advantage you can get offensively with the coaches, schmoozing, being a little bit slick on the court. I'm not going to say dirty, but doing things that might piss people off, but the ref doesn't see it. So, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You're going to have to do that. So, let's get going.
It's like a draw. Maybe it's a little bit like the NFL when you're going out for a fly pattern. You know this, that's right. John Williams is in for Nance and goes out before. 14. Well, that's a little frustrated. And Sam Vincent will give Michael Jordan a rest. So let's look at the score, 71-67, as Jordan goes to the bench. This is a thrilling game. Deciding game.
I mean, Jordan just has aura, man. You can tell when you look at it, he's got the most aura on the team, and he's young. Oh, see, but like that type of stuff, that's tough. That's a great guard play, man. I mean, Craig Ehlo, come on, buddy. Look at this.
71-67 as Jordan goes to the bench. This is a thrilling game. Deciding game. Porzingis misses. Bad shot after 10 feet.
Nice post adjust on the drive to start off, first of all. Like, the fact that he's able to play as a point guard off the ball this well says a lot. Like, I feel like these days you don't see that. Post adjust, goes from one side of the post to the other as the drive comes. That gets him in the blind spot. Finds an opening as the rotation comes, hits the cutter. And boom. Beautiful. I mean, that's pretty. That's pretty. So that still happens, obviously, in these, like, this day and age, but I feel like it's much less common. The thought, you know what I mean? The level of strategic emphasis when it comes to little things like that. I don't think we see that as much these days. Like, most of the time, if that guy catches it right there where Craig Ehlo was at, he's got something in his bag where he'll just score with the ball right there. Pump fake, go under, do something. Or just shoot it. Like, these guys are much more skilled in that way, but that takes away from that side of basketball, the teamwork side.
Good pass by Ehlo that time. Chicago never recovered from the unorthodox shot at the one end, and they were slow in their transition. They were out of
Down 6.
49 seconds to go in the period, and
Craig Hodges. And I'm sure you have other guys, but you're down 6 in the third. The Warriors talk about it a lot, the third quarter stretch, right? I mean, I think this is a little bit later than that. But do you take Jordan out of the game there? It's an interesting coaching decision. I mean, yeah, the fourth quarter's coming up. You probably want to play him the entire fourth, but you're down 6. This is a pivotal moment.
that is a 2-point basket for
Game 5.
Hodges, but he has scored 8 of his 10
Game 5, man.
points here in the third. 73-69, the Cavaliers. They led by 4 after one quarter, 2 at the half. Pick and roll.
Look at this angle off the screen, too.
Period, and Craig Hodges. That is a 2-point basket for Hodges, but he has scored 8 of his
The mid-range game in this era was tough, boy. I mean, these guys can do everything out of the mid-range. Fucking crazy.
10 points here in the third. 73.
All of these players have a solid, like, that little jumper from the mid-range is going a lot.
69, the Cavaliers. They led by 4 after one quarter, 2 at the half. Pick and roll.
I love the angle off the screen. Look at this. Boom, downhill. Make him commit to you. And then you're going to, now you have options.
Ehlo,
And that's good. Oh, man, that's tough. See,
period, and Craig Hodges. That is a 2-point basket for Hodges, but he has scored 8.
the reason this is great, the reason why I love this, I'll explain it to you, okay? This keeps, as a guard, if you attack downhill like this and be aggressive, it keeps the screen defender. So this is the ball defender, right? And this is the screen defender coming over with the screen man. Ball handler, ball defender, screen man. Okay? This forces the screen defender to stay engaged with the screen, with the ball handler on the screen.
73-69, the Cavaliers. They led by 4 after one quarter, 2 at the half.
Simple pick and roll, okay? And look, if he just tries to run around, it can be an easy switch, right? But when you go downhill, it forces everybody to stay engaged with the screen and roll, which opens up spacing on the weak side, right? And allows this to develop more before they're able to start recovering on the options, right? Boom. Look at that. That's aggressive. That's how you use a fucking screen.
Nearly lost it. Ehlo.
And look at that. That forces the help, and now you created an advantage. That's ultimately what you want to do as a point guard, right? You want to, as the guy who's bringing the ball up
But he has scored 8
offensively.
points here in the third. 73-69, the Cavaliers. They led by 4 after one quarter, 2 at the half. Pick and roll.
Boom.
Right.
I mean, that's just distraction on defense. But yeah, I mean, look, you're creating an advantage as a guard. That's huge. Now you kick it, somebody's rotating, they attack a closeout. You get the next guy, you force another rotation, somebody scores on that possession, most likely, or gets a foul. Like that is what happened in this case because of how you started that possession. You created an advantage early in the possession.
Call the foul against Sellers, I believe, of the Bulls.
That guy looks like he belongs on a beach somewhere with a surfboard. We don't even have guys like that in the NBA anymore, you know what I mean?
Doherty coming right down the middle for Ehlo. When they call it give and go basketball. Brad Doherty gets a big hand. The crowd.
The mustaches, man. These guys are fucking look like this is old, man. Holy shit.
A little bit. Some letters to the newspapers here. He's only 23
Dude's just shamelessly rocking a stash.
years old and is going to be one
All of them, everybody, not one person,
of the
but
best
literally
centers in the
everybody.
league. Pretty close with 8 points and 8 rebounds a game.
Knock down a free throw.
Ehlo, however, misses the free throw.
All right.
He did make the free throw. Trey Rollins comes in for Doherty.
I do want to start getting towards the end of the game here, and watch the finish.
Ehlo makes them both.
Good little stroke.
2 free throws for.
That's a good guard though. When you see that, that's like in this era, like the way, because I grew up in the 2000s, right? This is what a guard looks like. Smaller player, quicker, faster, is good at facilitating, smart, heady. Does all these fundamental things, makes free throws, things like that. Maybe not the best athlete on the court. Nowadays, your guards are 6'7" freaks who can score the shit out of the ball, which is better, obviously. You would rather have today, but I mean, it's just a different era.
Third game of the series. As the time remains.
Back then, if they were 6'7", there wasn't the emphasis, and people were not specializing in the sport that early. There weren't that many athletic, quick, nimble 6'5" pluses. There weren't.
19 on the shot clock. Differential of 4 seconds.
That's what made Jordan so unique.
Now 8 on the shot clock. Hodges coming around the screen to get his own rebound and will fire up a 3.
So that was clearly one of their guys too. If he's got the light to shoot that.
Williams the rebound with 3 seconds to go. And Ehlo can't get it off in time. So
All right, but we're gonna move forward here, okay?
lays it in.
Okay.
Basket good and a foul. So Michael Jordan
We're gonna watch the remainder of this game from here.
breaks the
Looks
tie.
like the broadcast, unfortunately, is not 2025 Fox NFL on Fox, right? We don't have all the information right in front of us. I think it's a 2.5 minute clock. They're showing it over here where my face is. I'll call this the timeout to you every single time I see it. Whenever I see it, I'll call it out
3-point lead with
for the viewer.
2:48 on the clock.
2:48 on the clock, 3-point lead.
Michael Jordan splits 3 people there. He goes right
I mean, that's tough, bro. He's elevating. I mean, this is
to the
sick.
glass. And it's interesting that they're not going for the shot clock. Harper's 4th personal foul. And in and out. So it's 92-90 as Jordan again having a tough day from the line. 40 points for Michael Jordan.
40 in game 5. I mean, when bruh, like that's the guy though. You know what I mean? When it's time to go, this motherfucker goes. 2:38 left in the game. Up 2 for Bulls up 2.
92-90. Rice off the screen. Here's
Nice ball movement. That's finding the window right there.
for a 3.
Ooh. Yo, Craig Ehlo is nice. That boy is nice.
What a game he's put together today. He's been the 3-man on the
2:23 left and counting.
side of the ball all day.
2:21.
And he has looked and he's taken.
Is this Jordan with the ball? It is.
Ehlo playing on a sprain
Jordan with Craig Ehlo. Ball in his right hand. Okay.
getting close to the
Ooh. Drop into a little cross. Created some penetration.
3. Cartwright tips it in.
Hodges likes to shoot that motherfucker. Cartwright with a tip. Man, the style is just different. I love it though. I'm here for that.
Talk about playing big. And now it's Chicago by 1 with 2 minutes to go.
How often do you see a tip in?
Both teams are in the penalty, and both teams have plenty.
From like 5-6 feet away, a little. You know, you almost catch it while as if you're at the top of your hook.
Timeouts remaining. Hodges fights through the pick. Price fires it up. Rebound, Cartwright.
Mark Price was a good player as well. I've never seen too much of his film, but I've heard
Hodges
good things.
that time fighting around the pick on Price. But now
Oh,
fakes out Ehlo. Hodges open in the corner. And Grant.
see, we've seen. I mean, I'm not gonna say that that's an era thing, but Hodges, if you're shooting that, that's got to go in. The 3-point shooting in today's era is obviously at a much higher level.
Alive with Nance, and Grant may have fouled out of this one.
But look at Jordan creating that on the fast break, single-handed solo. Look at this.
Timeouts remaining. Hodges fights through the
I don't know about this take, right? Nowadays they take this. I don't like it now either, but I don't know about this take here. You got a 7-footer, and you are a small white man.
pick. Price fires it up.
I'm kidding. I don't mean that in any type of way. You know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at.
Rebound, Cartwright. Hodges, good defense that time, fighting around the pick on Price. But now
Oh, skirt. That in and out was tough.
Ehlo. Hodges open in the corner. And Grant
I'm sure Mark Price had game. You guys get it. You get the joke.
alive with Nance, and Grant may have fouled out of this one. It is on Horace Grant, and he's gone with a 6th personal foul.
He's going to be missed. We're talking about,
Hmm.
never mind the point factor. Rebound. He's averaging 15 rebounds a game in his playoff series.
And down the stretch in a game like this, you need the best rebounders you can get. Grant Sellers will replace him in the lineup. And Grant goes out having scored 12 points and 5 rebounds. So now Sellers, who is from Warrensville Heights, Ohio, right in this neighborhood and starred at Ohio State, and was one of the Big Ten's top rebounders, now has the pressure on him. You see a lot of timeouts left for both. Cleveland's free throw shooting has been terrific. The Lakers have opened up an 8-point lead over the Seattle Sonics in game 1 of their series.
I don't know. It's not the right timing for that update. Who gives a fuck, bro? We're 2 minutes left with like a fucking 2-point lead. 2-point lead for the Cavs, I believe.
6 for 7 from the
Oh,
line.
I'm tripping. 95-94 Cleveland, 135. In case you can't see any of that because of my face.
Cleveland has the lead and a timeout called by Chicago.
I've waited a long time
Big moment. What the hell is this?
for something like this. You know, there's something that bothers you, that you could no longer live with it.
You better be impressed. Hogan, you're going to be impressed when the body latches up.
All right, we're gonna. I didn't know I signed up for commercials when I clicked on this video, but 80s commercials. Okay. Late 80s commercials.
All right, UB.
Okay.
95-94 Cleveland.
Well, if I'm Lenny Wilkins, I did not continue to allow Michael Jordan to come off of any pick and roll situation without outright trapping him. And
Michael Jordan is the perfect guy you want to hedge, right? When you see a ball screen, you don't want to allow that pull up. That's the last thing you want to allow. You would rather him kick the ball and they live and die by their other shooters or whatever else might happen on the back end of that.
forcing Michael to give up the basketball.
Yep.
Right now, the stepping out
UB Brown, good call.
semi-switch is being broken down because Michael is so clever with the basketball. It'll be interesting
Ooh,
now
we will rock you in the stadium. That's cold.
to see if Doug gives Michael the ball in a clear
That's cold with 1:35 left in Game 5. That's sick.
out situation from the wing or
Up 1.
from the top of the circle.
40 points for Michael Jordan.
Is that the guitar solo?
Every possession.
Yeah.
Clear out. Ehlo guarding Jordan. Double team by Rollins.
I mean, I like it by Doug Collins. This is what you do at the end of the game, right? If you have a Michael Jordan, you know what I mean? You give him the ball and you let him work. This is what you do.
8 on the shot clock.
There, look at the way they're defending him. They're straight double teaming him.
Now funnel to the middle, and Scottie Pippen fires a three.
Big shot, Scottie Pippen, 6'7". 6'7" wing hitting threes. Come on.
And 1 second on the clock.
In 1989? Come on, man. Guy's a fucking baller.
Scottie Pippen hits a big three-point basket. And remember, last year, Pippen was the hero
I mean, I'm sure they can shoot threes. I'm just saying, like, you know, obviously that's a skill set for sure.
Along with Jordan in the signing game at Chicago Stadium to give the Bulls the victory. And a timeout call by the Cavaliers. Pippen only 4 for 13 today, Huey Brown, but he has hit the biggest basket.
Absolutely the biggest basket. 4 for 13 sucks. That means he was 3 for 12 before that. That's dog shit.
Of the series for him. Notice the presence of mind of Michael Jordan with the clock down.
But you know, Pippen was a great defensive presence. I've seen a good amount of Pippen film, and he was a great athlete in transition. I mean, he was a contributing player for sure. Obviously, he was like one of the best players in the league throughout their run, right?
The clock is almost out, and he's able to hit the free man. But in the strategy of Chicago, every time that Michael comes down into that painted area, he knows that he has Hodges in one corner and Pippen in the other. So if that defense tries to double back to pick him up, he's constantly looking for the three-point outlet.
And that's exactly what happened in the first game of the series when Hodges and Pippen camped in the corner, and when they did that to Jordan, they hit the three. They hit 7 of them, as you mentioned. There's the timeout story. Cleveland has 3 full timeouts. Chicago, 2 full and a 20.
Now here, both teams are shooting the penalty.
And have been for quite a while. Winding down to a minute to go. Jordan is on Harper. Doherty is playing up on top.
Look at that. Who do you see this happening to nowadays besides Draymond Green? It's rare, man. Rudy Gobert, maybe, but it's you know, I feel like that was probably a normal thing to sag off a big like that.
2-point lead for Chicago, 97-95. Harper leaves it for Ehlo, goes for 3.
Wow, big shot. Big shot to put yourself back up one. Answer the Scottie Pippen 3. Let me rewind. I want to see what they ran here.
What happened in the first game of the series?
There's such like a, this is like a, it feels like a, I mean, I don't know, I wasn't alive in the 80s, but it feels like an 80s team, right? 2 white guards and then the bigs. The bigs who look like me, kind of.
They hit 7 of them, as you mentioned. There's the timeout story. Cleveland has 3 full timeouts.
Guys, I can't wait till this income from content creation, if it ever happens, is like enough for me to just live off of, because then I can say whatever the fuck I want. Right now, I gotta, you know, I can't be such a jokester, if you know what I'm saying.
Chicago, 2 full and a 20.
Now here, both teams are shooting the penalty.
And have been for quite a while. Winding down to a minute to go. Jordan is on Harper. Doherty is playing up on top. 2-point lead for Chicago, 97-95.
Nice little screen, slight motion on the screen, nice help. I mean, look, dude. Damn. That's tough. I like it. Let me just watch that one more time. One more time. Let the suicide doors up. I do suicides on a tour bus. I do suicides on a private jet. You know what that mean? I'm fly to death.
Cleveland has 3 full timeouts. Chicago, 2 full.
I step in Jeff Dan's building like I'm the shit. Tell him give me 50 million or I'ma quit. Most rappers' taste level ain't at my waist level. All right, I'm done. Because I said, let me do that one more time because that's how that starts, you know what I mean? Anyway.
Full and a 20.
Now here, both teams are shooting the penalty.
And have been for quite a while. Winding down to a minute to go. Jordan is on Harper. Doherty is playing up on top.
Back screen.
2-point lead for Chicago.
Screen. Attack the middle. Force the help.
Harper leaves it.
Nice spacing, man. God. Damn. Ice in his veins, dude. Sheesh. Dude, it's crazy because most people remember Craig Ehlo for getting like digged on by MJ at the end, right? I think he hit the deck on that play, but he's been fucking killing. He is the team right now. He's carrying, bro.
That's his second 3-point hoop in the last minute and a half. Jordan didn't get fouled
Just a bad take.
at the baseline. Good Cleveland defense.
But that's a young mistake, right? I mean, look, you're down 1 with 50 seconds left, and you are the guy. Like, this is what I'm talking about. I made a whole video about LeBron and Jordan and comparisons, and how Kyrie was the closer on that Cavs team that won the championship with LeBron, and LeBron is not much of a closer. LeBron's not a closer, but you also don't get this with LeBron, right? You're not gonna, you know, this is early in the shot clock.
97 lead. That's his second 3-point hoop in the last minute and a half.
And you force it. I mean, that's a force. Look, you forced the shot, right? And he's a young Michael Jordan. I'm not saying he would have done this in, when he was like 29, 28, 29, 30, right? As an experienced vet with multiple championships and clearly the GOAT. I don't think you get this from Jordan, but I'm saying like this is what you get with a guy who's a closer. This is the downside of a clutch player. A clutch player. You get a guy who doesn't give a fuck, which is great, right? And a lot of people talk about, oh, he's a killer, and that's fantastic. I hear you, but like Kobe, Michael Jordan, right? These guys, a guy like Kyrie Irving, they don't fucking care, bro. They're gonna go take a terrible shot and be like, fuck it, I'm the best player. I'm doing this shit. Fuck it. And then you have to live with that. And yes, at the end of the game, when you need someone to do that and just be like, look, listen, man, I need you on the court. Like as a coach, I've coached the game for a while, right? I need someone to go score right now. You know what I mean? The plays are great. That's all cool. But the pressure is there. Somebody's got to take this moment. Somebody's got to seize the moment. You want a guy like that. But you have to live with this. Which is with a guy like LeBron, you don't have to live with that. But I'm not going to make that a conversation right now. Obviously, MJ, one of the clutchest players of all time. I'm just pointing out that this is what you get with those guys. With guys like that, you're going to live with this. But it's fine, because at the end of the day, he comes back and he just keeps delivering. You know what I mean? He keeps delivering, and you got to take the good with the bad.
Jordan didn't get fouled at the baseline. Good Cleveland defense. There's the clock. 19.
And look, he don't give a fuck. He's not deterred by that. Motherfucker, I'm the shit. Give me the ball again. I'm doing that shit again, boy. and you got to love it.
And a 1-point Cleveland lead.
You got to love that. Man, I coached a kid. I'm not going to say his last name, but his name was Nick. I mean, dog, he hit multiple game winners for me during the course of an AAU season. Some of the worst shot selection I've ever seen in my life throughout the game. But, I mean, when it came down to it, he was the guy. You know what I mean? And he wasn't the best player on the team. I mean, he was up there, right? But, like, he was, it was like, some people are just built for those moments, man.
To do now is foul. The most important thing is to get them to miss the shot. Nance puts it up. Misses the shot. Who gets the rebound? It's Chicago's ball. It's out of bounds off the velo.
I've coached multiple Knicks. But I'm talking about, I don't want to say his last name on here, but I'm talking about, actually, I had one season I coached, and my best player, his name was Nick, and we won the championship in like a house league. That guy was a dog. It was also one of my first coaching experiences. It was a lot of fun. Shout out Nick. And then shout out Nick also, who was on my AAU team later on, who was tough also. He was who I was referring to in this, in case they end up watching this video.
Now, with 19 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
Oh my God. That thing is ugly as fuck. Holy shit. What the fuck am I looking at? I can't believe people bought that car. different time, man.
So it's going to be Chicago ball with 19 seconds to go, trailing by 1. Guess who may get the ball?
Guess who may get the ball, right?
It's Chicago's court, so to speak, to try to win it with a basket. Well,
And this is what you're talking about, bro. In this era, in this moment, you need a guy to go score, because the plays are great, but the plays are never going to work. They're never going to work. If you're trying to get Michael Jordan open on a play, it's never going to fucking happen. Why would anyone let that happen? You could run a triple screen, fucking down screen, curl, do this, do that. At the end of the day, they're going to key on him. They're going to rotate. They're going to make sure he doesn't kill him. Period. If they're smart, that's what they're going to do. So you're going to end up running a play for somebody other than your best player, which is not ideal, which is great. When you have a clutch guy who is also your best player, that's great. I mean, it's a great, I've had that before as a coach, and like, it's a reliable, because you don't have to change what you're doing. At the end of the day, you don't have to do anything special. When it comes down to it, you're going to stick to what you're doing, and your guy's probably going to deliver.
Win by the Lakers, pulling it out in the last quarter. Chicago taking the ball at the opposite end of the floor. See, what that does is that gives you
19 seconds left in the fourth period. The fourth period, yeah.
straightens out your defense, and it does not allow you the half court being able not to play the guy out of bounds and possibly force a turnover. They have plenty of time to get it in bounds and get it up the floor. Chicago has a 20-second timeout and a regular timeout.
Pippen brings it across, defended by Harper. 11 seconds to go.
In the middle of the floor.
Jordan has it. And Jordan puts up a jumper and hits. 6 seconds to go.
hits the basket and now has 42 points in the game, and the Cavaliers have called a timeout.
That's the shot, man. I mean, you just deliver, man. That's cold. I want to see what Ehlo's crying about, though, because he looks like he's complaining about something.
Chicago has a 20-second timeout and a regular timeout. Pippen brings it across, defended by Harper. 11 seconds.
He's running a play. Yeah, you got to close out. That's tough. And I said you can't run a play. I stand corrected. Obviously, that was a play for Jordan, but ultimately, you know, you just got to give him the ball and trust him in that situation. I think you run an ISO. But look, you get him coming off the screen. I don't know about this defense by the Cavs. I mean, look, at the end of the day, he got the ball with a defender closing out on him, and it's hard to guard a guy as great as him offensively when you're closing out and you're running and you're trying to get in position to defend a shot, and he's able to drive by you, and you're running in opposite directions. It's tough to guard. That's tough. I think that, you know, in recent memory, I don't know that running a play for your best player in that way is as effective as it is here. I'm sure it still works, but I just don't think that's not the strategic right thing to do. If you ask me in this situation, if you have a guy like him, you give him the ball, let him work. That's just the way I feel. It's personal. It's a philosophy thing. Other people will feel differently. Other coaches will feel differently. It's not a big deal, but you know, I'm not going to say that's wrong or this is right. I just think that if I was the Cavs, I would have definitely keyed on Jordan a little harder there and dedicated more defensive resources to him.
Has 42 points in the game, and the Cavaliers have called a timeout. They have
42. I think they have another shot here. I don't know if that's the shot.
Who was not an impressive shooter at all in the first half, has 28 points in the second.
There's 6 seconds left in the game.
Half, including these two big ones to give Chicago the lead. Now, Ehlo was hit in the face, but that might have been just incidental contact.
Yeah, but he came off of the shoulder as he was defending Michael Jordan. Now, Michael just
Shit, incidental contact it is. Play's over. Didn't get the whistle. Nothing you can do.
He's given him tough defense, but he does have a bad ankle, and the fact that he's been able to do all this is sensational.
Who has a bad ankle? Ehlo? It's impressive, so. Played a great game.
It's been an exciting, thrilling day of NBA playoff basketball here on CBS.
I mean, I would love to sit here and just watch this entire game and react to it, but nobody's going to watch that. That's going to be way too long. It'll be like a 4-hour video with the pauses and stuff. And additionally, I have a job. So it's not going to work like that.
Atlanta to capture that first round series 3-2. The Lakers had a struggle but ended up beating Seattle to take a 1-0 lead in their West Conference semifinal. That's best of 7. But now we come down to 6 seconds to go. Cleveland trailing Chicago 99-98.
So what do you draw up if you're the Cavs here? That's the question. I don't know their personnel like that, but Craig Ehlo seems to be your guy. So are you gonna put the ball in his hands and let him cook? He doesn't seem to be that kind of guy. He doesn't seem like to be like an ISO scoring type of guard. So that might be your best player, but I don't think that's the right play, right? You're gonna have to call something.
6 seconds to go.
Or draw up something.
So this tells it all. Cleveland has the ball. Not only does Cleveland have a strategy, what do you think Doug Collins' strategy on defense is?
Well, Doug is telling his guys right now, it'd be interesting, first of all, if they play the guy out of bounds and put pressure there. Cleveland has 1 timeout remaining. When you're in a defensive situation right now, what you try to do is switch out on every screen and deny the pass.
It has been a scintillating finish, 3-point baskets. Ehlo has hit 2 3-pointers in the last 2 minutes. Pippen hit a clutch 3, and Michael Jordan has scored 6, including a basket with 6 seconds to go to give Chicago the lead. Any idea who might get the ball in this situation?
Well, you can see that Price is going down below, so that means that they are going to run him off either one of baseline screens, either by Nance or by Darty.
Ehlo will inbound. He gets it into Nance, gets the ball back, drives the middle.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Clutch bucket, Craig Ehlo. Look at this play call. What the fuck, man? Let me see this shit. Elo's got a little speed there.
Last 2 minutes, Pippen hit a clutch three, and Michael Jordan.
I mean, this is a defensive collapse. Again, how are you not keying on their guy, right? You know they're going to their guy.
Including a basket with 6 seconds to go to give Chicago the lead. Any idea who might get the ball in this situation?
Well, you can see that Price is going down below, so that means that they are going to run him off either one of baseline screens, either by Nance or by Darty.
You would think you get the high post entry from the inbound after the advancement on the timeout. See, that's where you put a guy on Craig Ehlo on the inbound, and this is what happens. Oh, you gotta rotate. I mean, damn, bruh. Tough. Look at Jordan's reaction. He goes, "Oh, that's tough." That's a defensive collapse, right? I mean, that's a great play call. That is fantastic.
Two injured Warriors. Ehlo with an ankle, Price with an injured
Damn, that's tough, bro.
groin, have played the games of their lives, considering the importance this afternoon. Ehlo with 22 points, Price with 23,
That's tough.
and now Chicago
That's so
has
tough.
3 seconds to try to win it.
You know, I've coached a team with 2 guards who were the best players, just like this actually. And that was a fun team. Not gonna lie.
In the NBA, the most dangerous
When you have skilled guys that can break people down and you can do stuff with, that's fun, man. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good way to structure the team. And I've had teams with a big being my best player. That's fun too, because you just dominate in the paint. There's nothing they can do about it.
is the guy out of bounds, and here this is
It's physical dominance. I mean, it's different styles, of course.
and go. They ran Price off the down screens. He came up the middle. It was all a decoy. That pass went right into Nance, and we had the man from out of bounds. That's why at the end of NBA.
That's tough. But dog, like you have to be saying, look, watch Ehlo. I mean, I guess Mark Price is also one of their best players. You got to say, watch these guards, watch the cuts, be ready to help, be ready to, I mean, I don't know. But look, they scored.
Games, when you are down 3, you are always worried about the guy out of bounds throwing in, stepping in, and getting a return pass.
That's what happened. And Craig Ehlo, who has scored 15 points here in the 4th quarter, has
Big time.
played big in the big period, the
15 in the
biggest of the season for
4th.
the Cavaliers. And
After having like 7, that's tough.
Chicago, with the timeout now, has only a 20. Cleveland has 1 timeout left. Now, how will Cleveland defend Jordan?
Well, the problem is that you only have 3 seconds, and we're not talking about a lifetime here. The main thing is that you have got to be able to get the ball, and many times you use a decoy in here, just like they used Price in that last situation. No one thought that ball would go in and they would come back to a streaking player. Now, in Doug Collins' situation, the one thing that you always have to be cognizant of is a possible lob pass to somebody going away from the other side of where the ball is. That's number 1.
Sellers, the 7-footer, will inbound.
It's so electric today to match the ball.
Got Cartwright, Jordan, Hodges, and Pippen. They're all spread out. And now, Lenny Wilkins, seeing what alignment Doug Collins came up with, has called his last timeout.
Smart, but I guess now in that timeout, you prepare for what they aligned in just in case they come out like that. But chances are they won't come out like that, right? They're going to come out in something different this time.
Here's our story here at Richfield Coliseum. One of these teams will advance to the Eastern Conference semifinals against the New York Knicks.
In that situation, I don't call a timeout, to be honest, as a defense, because fuck it. You know what I mean? What am I going to talk about that I didn't just talk about? And yeah, they got to draw up another play, but
It has been
against another good coach, it doesn't matter. They're going to draw up another play.
a thrilling game from the start. The Cavaliers have used their last timeout after they checked Chicago's alignment. The Bulls have 3 seconds to try a shot and try to win the game. You'll see the drama unfold.
The big thing here is that you jam the passer, or you put a lot of pressure on the man. Now, Nance is laying off him right now, but watch to see if he runs.
Now, you got to go to Jordan. It's the defensible decision. But if you run a play for him off the inbound, there's 3 seconds. So, I mean, you can handle the ball for like a second or 2 if you get it to him off the inbound. Likely, you're trying to get him a scoring look off of that pass. And, so it's the most defensible decision to go to Jordan, but chances are if they're keying on him properly and what they should be doing, right, is fucking Michael Jordan before he was Jordan, but still their best player. You might want to have another option ready. Dump it down low somehow, do something to a decoy to a second, one of the other good players on the team. There's a second option.
Sellers will inbound. Sellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go. Puts it up and scores.
Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Oh my goodness. I don't know what replay was like in this era. I don't know if they had it like that. Let's see. I mean, I want to hear this interview too.
Hit the basket at the buzzer. The drama unfolds. The big thing here is that you jam the passer, or you put a lot of pressure
But yeah, we're gonna watch this again. Let's see.
on the man. Now Nance is laying off him right now.
I mean, this is a moment. You got to think. You're a young player. I mean, Michael Jordan is a proven winner at this point already. National championship game winner.
See if he runs at the ball or he picks up the clutters coming to the ball. Sellers will inbound.
See, but they are keying on him now.
Sellers has
And Craig Ehlo.
Jordan with 2.
Craig Ehlo's just stuck in the mud against Michael Jordan, man. Can't do nothing with him. He had 40 motherfucking points. All right, let's see this again. 44. It's off the closeout. Quick rip. I like that. Elevate. Yikes, man. That's not terribly defended, dude. That's not terribly defended. It's just the hang time. The release, the touch. Oh. Michael Jordan. Ooh, come on. And you got to think at this time, that's like a moment. That's Michael Jordan, bro. He just walked in the room. Oh, that's nasty. Ugh. That whole city knows him now. If you didn't know who Michael Jordan was, you know Michael Jordan now. Oh, that's so cool. I mean, that's dope. Oh my goodness. And Craig Ehlo, like, great defense, honestly. There's just nothing you can do. You can't hang up there. You can't be in the air for 3 seconds like him.
Right now, let's go right over to JB with Michael Jordan.
Full extension, too. I mean, that sucks for him.
Michael, now I thought you weren't supposed to be feeling so well coming into today's game.
You know, a lot of people put a lot of pressure on me, and I still couldn't concentrate and make my free throws. But I didn't have to take a free throw on the last shot. It was a shot. I felt comfortable. We came in, we stuck tough. We hung right in there, gave ourselves a chance to win, and we won the ball game.
Bro, he's got aura. I'm not going to lie. He got aura, bro.
We take a look at this replay. Now, you're not one to do an awful lot of boasting, but you had
Damn, bro. That's like, bro, I got chills watching this, though. Like, this is crazy.
Writers about this series.
A lot of people put us out of this whole series, and
like, that's where you expect the shot to go up. Nope.
I opened my mouth a little bit, and I challenged the guys. I challenged myself and said we can win in 4. But we didn't win in 4. We won in 5. I don't care how many we won in. We won, and that's all that counts.
My last question: there's a pregame ritual that you go through. You're back at
He's a dog. You just hear the dog in him.
the locker room by yourself. There's a song that plays, and you said that was going to be your theme. What's that song that you listen to?
Anita Baker, give it your best. Just go out
Man, that brought a tear to my eyes, man. That's fucking crazy. That's a moment for sure. Iconic, historic.
And that's what I did. I felt that, we had to go out and play. The pressure was not on us. It was on them. We've beaten them here before. We just wanted to duplicate that again, and we did it.
And the Big Apple waits for you.
We're going to New York, baby.
Man, that's basketball, though. That's dope. All right, well, man, that's, some MJ lore for you today on New Year's Day, 2026. This game was played in 1989. It's a long time ago, man. And this was like a coming out party for him. Big moment early in his career. Awesome to watch. I'm glad I watched that. It was a great way to spend my day, my afternoon. Anyway, As always, like, comment, subscribe. Put down below what I gotta watch next. I need some content to watch, and I like doing this. So let me know what y'all want me to watch. Peace and love, man. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.